Good afternoon. I'm Francois Bouchard, Director of Capital Priorities and Investment with the City of Calgary. As we shared yesterday, we have reached an important next step in our road to reducing outdoor water restrictions. Until yesterday, the water flow through the pipe was about 55% of its maximum. This means that water was moving slowly through the pipe, limiting how much we could supply. In order to supply enough water to reduce our outdoor water restrictions, we need to increase the flow through the pipe. When we increase water flow through the pipe, we increase pressure. This can cause pressure damage to the pipe walls. After careful analysis and consideration, as well as a great deal of planning, we turned on an additional pump at the Bearspaw Water Treatment Plant yesterday afternoon and started increasing the flow of water through the feeder main. Over the past few weeks, one of the things that we have done is to develop new protocols that would allow us to carefully manage the pressure as we turn on the pump. The goal is to increase the flow steadily and smoothly. I'm pleased to share that this has gone successfully so far. The water flow has increased, and as of this afternoon, we have not detected any issues within the pipe that might halt our progress. This is good news in our path to stabilizing the pipe at 70% of water flow and potentially moving to Stage 2 outdoor water restrictions on Thursday. We continue to proceed with caution, and I'd like to remind you of the reasons why. Since we finished our repairs and brought the pipe back into service, we've been watching it closely to see if there were any signs of further issues. Even though we fixed the 5 hot spots on the pipe, which were segments that were so damaged they needed emergency repair, we know there are other places where the pipe has some structural weakness. These will need a medium to long-term plan to address. We are looking at that plan right now. However, our first priority was to repair the hot spots so we could restore normal indoor water use and allow as much outdoor water use as we could, as quickly as we could. The few weeks since we started flowing water through the pipe have given us a lot of new information about the pipe and its condition. Using this information, we were able to make some projections about how the pipe might respond to increased pressure. We've been using acoustic monitoring to listen for snaps in the wires that coil around to help strengthen it. Wire snaps can be an indication that the pipe is under stress. Yesterday, we detected one, which brought our total to 4. However, this happened before the new pump was turned on. We have not detected any snaps since the pump was started yesterday afternoon. This could change, and if it does, it could impact our ability to move to Stage 2 restrictions and beyond. We will continue to closely monitor and keep updated on our progress. Yesterday's water use was 558 million litres, which is an increase from Sunday, but still within the limits of what we can provide. There is heat in the forecast again, and we expect that, like last week, water use will increase along with the temperatures. Although we're on the path to reducing outdoor water restrictions, for now, we remain in Stage 3. This means that we're still asking you to water by hand with a watering can or other container, except in specific circumstances like watering new grass or sod. If you know someone who may need help doing their watering by hand, we ask you to consider being a water angel and reach out to offer your help. Also remember that the best time to water is in the early morning or later at night when the temperatures are cooler. You will lose less water to evaporation and get the biggest benefits for your plants. If we are able to move to Stage 2 outdoor water restrictions on Thursday, it will allow watering using a hose and nozzle and an hour a week of sprinkler use on a set schedule. We know that outdoor water restrictions have created challenges for certain businesses and industries, including landscape and irrigation companies. We are sympathetic to these concerns and have been working closely with the Irrigation Association to provide support within the bounds of our water use bylaw and the Stage 3 restrictions that are currently in place. Our bylaw allows water use for certain construction activities at Stage 3 restrictions. Yesterday, we were able to expand the scope of what is allowed to include maintenance of irrigation systems. This means that irrigation companies can now run water through the pipes of in-ground sprinkler systems if they are fixing irrigation lines working properly. After maintenance is completed, property owners must follow the restrictions that are in place for irrigation systems. We know this doesn't fully alleviate the industry's concerns, but we hope it is a step in the right direction that will help them expand the services they are currently able to provide. More details calgary.ca/restrictions. Now, to reiterate, we have turned on another pump at the Bears Paw Water Treatment Plant, and things are going smoothly so far. If the pipe at our system remains stable over the next 2 days, we are on track to move to Stage 2 water restrictions by Thursday. However, there's still risk as we increase the pressure. We are continuing to closely monitor the pipe. If we see signs of stress or new damage, we could force us to halt our progress. We are committed to keeping you updated on our progress. Thank you for your time today. Our next update will be tomorrow at 2 p.m. You can also find more details on our progress and current status, what is allowed during different stages of outdoor water restrictions, and lots of other information at calgary.ca/restrictions.